welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today, we are talking about episode 6 of Tengoku Daimakyo, aka Heavenly Delusion. I am Nick. With me is Josh.
Hello.
You guys
I'm
are
lucky to be here.
in luck because you're watching me fumble through trying to find the video. Fun fact, Josh: every time I'm trying to bring up a browser,
Yeah.
it like briefly cuts to my desktop's wallpaper instead.
Oh God.
Yep.
Well, me and this episode have a lot in common.
You were also attacked by a bear.
I was viciously attacked by a wild animal
You were attacked by a wild animal, yes. That was a thing that did indeed happen.
yesterday. As I was attacked by a vicious fucking rooster that came out of nowhere underneath some stairs.
Yes.
Oh fuck. I still hurt.
Well, hopefully you shot it with a high-tech future gun.
All the lasers.
Yep. Uh, so this episode is interesting to me to start with because this is I think the first episode we get where it just starts with the title sequence. It doesn't start with like a cold open and then go to it,
Yep.
which is kind of cool. This episode's also kind of interesting because I feel like not a lot happens, while at the same time I'm very certain a shit ton happens. Like it's not action heavy, but there's a lot of little developments that go on where I'm like, okay, they're playing around with X or they're playing around with Y.
There's a lot of X and Y being played with
hmm
and a lot of foreshadowing
Well,
happening.
I mean, they showed a couple things which leads me to believe some things. So episode starts with they're trying to go to the clean water and they stop by well, they're talking to a girl who has the cleanest rooms and futons in the area, and she's running like a makeshift inn.
You know how upsetting it is to hear that the best beds in town is a futon?
Yep,
Oh,
I mean, it's the dystopian future. But I do love also Maru brings up like, what if this lady steals? So they rent a room to like leave their stuff in during the day, and they'll sleep there at night. And Maru's like, well, what if she like robs us? And of course, the response is, we don't have anything worth stealing. Anything we have that's valuable, we're taking with us. Which they eventually pay off by having her
yeah.
openly talk about how she just went through their stuff while they were gone to see if they had anything of value.
I mean, at least she's upfront.
hmm we also get the introduction of our horrifying wild animal that has attacked a man.
It
Now,
is definitely a man eater.
yep, yep. Oh yeah, I do love that. Like, oh, there's a man eater. Like, it must be a man eater, and then the reveal when Maru actually gets his hand on it's like, nope, it's just a sick bear.
It's just a mangy bear.
Yep, it's just a bear. You can't do shit to it.
God, I did love this.
Well, and like again, it's very clearly sick because it has like these large patches of fur missing.
And then he has to do his fatal drive.
Yep.
I love how that's the part she's just like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yep. What are you
It's the
doing?
Maru touch.
Yep. They also almost drop a fucking bridge on this thing.
Why didn't you just shoot it?
Yep.
I know Maru is in the way, but he's nimble enough to dodge.
I think I don't know. But yeah. We so I'm watching the part where he does the fatal dive thing over and over again. and then
Yeah.
they climb up a ladder onto a support beam that is collapsed partially.
Yeah, because guess what? Dropping a bridge on a bear
Hmm.
doesn't kill it.
Yep. Well, they
Just
didn't really
makes them
drop
sleepy,
it on it. They dropped it in front of it, freaked out, and passed out.
as one does.
Hmm.
As one does.
Yeah, so they spend like a good chunk of the day up on top of this fucking support tower, and basically waiting for it to leave. And they think it might have left, but they need to make sure. And I love that. So you got to make sure the gun's working, right? Oops, I dropped the battery.
Uh, Whoopsies.
Yep. So now we don't have the ability to shoot anymore, which is kind of the only thing we can do to a bear. And so, of course, the response is, "Hey, Maru, go get it. If you do, you get to touch some boobs." Which he immediately,
Boobies.
yeah, he's immediately like, "All right, well, this is everything
Doesn't
I
even,
wanted."
doesn't even second guess it. He just jumps.
Oh yeah, no, like 100%. Like, oh, I'm a teenage boy, and this is everything I want. So, like the conversation's not even over yet.
Nope. He just cool man steps off and boom.
Yeah, like about to, well, he is about to finish his sentence, and then just turns, and Maru's like in the air.
Swan dive.
Yep,
Mhm. Oh, also good touch. They still keep his busted out tooth
yep,
in all of this, by the way.
yep. I noticed that the tooth's gone still. But he gets the battery. He starts climbing up the ladder, and the bear's there again because the bear's just been waiting down there for them, I guess.
I mean, smart fucking bear.
It's a committed bear. So battery's back in the gun, and oh gosh, I can never remember. Is it Kikaru?
Hmm.
Uh, says like, okay, so I well, I got up here off of adrenaline alone. I can't do that shit again. I can't like go down like you did either. You're some sort of genetically modified freak. You can do that stuff. I
Oh,
can't. I'm a normal
damn.
person. So you need to help me get down. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take the gun and you're going to shoot it, and then I'll use the bear's body to land on. So go shoot it in the head, and I'll come down.
Those
And
are
Mara's like, well,
pretty stout.
yeah. Mara's like, I can't. I'm not good with guns. You're the one who does the gun thing. I'm the one that does the touch thing.
Oof.
And we
Poor
get
choice
like
of words.
yeah, yep, 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 yep. I considering the end of the well later in the episode. So Kikaru like remembers back to like not being useful. It's like, oh, okay, I'm useful now. This is good. This is good. I found my usefulness in the world. I'm ready for this. So
Fucker.
Maru jumps down, catches Kikaru. They run away from the bear. Kikaru shoots the bear in the fucking head and just destroys it. This bear has no more head. Uh,
They're so lucky this thing went off.
oh yeah, no, 100%.
Because this was I think supposedly like the fourth shot.
Hmm. Yep, yeah, they mentioned that. But so they get back to the room that they're gonna stay in, and Maru's like, all right, cool, now I get to touch boobs, right? And Kikaru does everything he can to be like, listen, no, do you really want to do this? Like, I don't want you to do this. I
You're touching
said
a
that.
man's boob.
Yeah. Well, first it's like, so yeah, my hair should be black, but because of all the medical stuff, it's red. It's all dry and scraggly, and I take this as a sign not to mess with my sister's body. And Mario's like, all right, cool, whatever. That's not my problem. Okay, but like, here's a
That's
picture
your
of what I'm supposed to look like. So this is the person whose boobs you're touching. Cool, they're boobs. That's all I care about right now.
boobies.
Yep. And then we get the innkeeper coming in and saying like, okay, well, you guys are not supposed to fuck in these futons. That's part of the rules. You have to keep the futons clean. So you boy, come with me. All right. Now, if you want to have sex, it's gonna cost you. And immediately, it's like a prostitution scam.
Yep.
Yep. Just like, all right. So now you can have sex, but you have to pay for sex. So
Give me something.
yeah. So do you want the bandana on or off? Also, hey, like, I want some of the stuff you have, so you're gonna give it to me, right? And then she grabs his hand and has him touch her boob, and he's like, "Oh, this is wait, why do you have a man-eater core inside of you?"
What did you think about that?
Uh, I mean, my assumption was there were gonna be other people out there like him. Real talk, I'm assuming that like, I'm assuming this has something to do with like the academy and my assumption is that like there's others out there. This is like our first indication that there's others outside of the academy, like Maru, who have like powers. Because my assumption is like the core is to do with the squid babies. The squid babies are clone babies with the cores, and when they go bad, they become the man eaters just based off of what we saw last time and the fact that like the body disintegrated the same way and left the core behind. My assumption is like something goes wrong, they become man eaters, and there's probably like as they get closer to heaven, they'll run into more and more people that have cores.
We'll just have to discuss that on our last episode.
All right. Yeah, so then Mario pins her because he's like, wait, this was a thing. You have a core, I can feel it. What's going on here? And he's like, listen, I got inside of her just as Kikaru comes in, says that he got inside of her, and he's like, wait, I'm pinning a naked girl down. I can't really explain what's happening anymore. This is just like,
Nothing I say will make this okay.
yeah, at this point, like, you're not gonna listen to me. You think that I'm doing something bad. He just starts crying. He's just crying.
Please believe
Yep.
me.
And then we cut to Tokyo, who's been told, yeah, you're fine. You're just a little extra fatigued, so like take more naps.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely just fatigued.
hmm And then she gets a vision of the hanging girl, who looks like a fucking space alien.
Boy, howdy, does she look like a space alien.
Yep. And she's like, Tokyo, what are you good at? And space alien girl, she asks like, well, what do you mean, space alien girl, who hung herself? And the vision disappears. And then she looks down and her leg looks like it's turning that like gross shit that happened to Taro.
Actually, even worse, because this is turning like a noodly red color instead of that ashy,
Yeah.
like black.
hmm Yeah. So then she wakes up because it's all a dream, and we cut back over to Maru and Kikaru who are like apologizing, and we find out that this girl, what is her name? Torito? Totori. has a goal of starting an inn and making a bunch of money off of it and banging all the dudes who come through for a price if they are not gross. And
Gotta be clean.
that's her goal.
That's that's a goal.
Hmm.
Not a good one, but it's a
Also,
goal.
Kikuru gives Maru crap for trying to change the Maru Touch's name.
Deserved.
Hmm. And we also find out that this girl, like Maru, is an orphan, and she doesn't know who her real parents are.
Nope. But we might find out later.
Hmm.
Might. I don't know.
Also, the guy that they saved died.
Yeah, that he's dead. They do a real good touch of her just being like really happy, and then like finding out like the person she's been closest with is just dead, and like she's just absolutely devastated.
Yeah. I mean, like again, this is a good job as a whole.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, it's a good episode. It's a good
huh,
like setup for sure.
mhm. Then the end credits. Yep, yeah. I made sure to watch the end credits.
Okay, good.
We see that the one scientist figures out well two big things. We find out the one scientist has figured out that Tokyo went into that room with all the squid babies, and we find out that Tokyo has been sneaking out of her room at night to bang the artist guy.
Yep.
And when she goes, like, sneaks out, the cameras don't show her leaving. They just show images of like her staying in her room. They show like there's cameras everywhere, and none of the cameras are displaying her leaving or going to his room. They display her staying in bed, the hallway empty, and him in his bed, not them together. So, what is her name? Mina?
Yep.
Uh,
The robot.
yeah, is hiding that they're hooking up because she talks about how the entire facility is basically her body. So she's
Yeah.
hiding it from the scientists that these two are hooking up at night.
Yeah. It's one big giant womb.
Yep. Yeah. So again, I said last time I made a joke about her pregnant. Now I just think she is pregnant based off of what they've said. Like she's going over to his room at night to have sex. She's been puking and extra fatigued. She's probably pregnant.
The one time I can finally just say, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, like that one's a pretty obvious
yeah.
one. But yeah, that was the episode as a whole. I enjoyed this one. Again, there's a lot of moving the plot forward without a whole lot of action going on, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, this is one of their highest rating episodes.
I believe that. This is a good episode. I mean, obviously there's gonna be like a little bit of the cheesecake vote for it too, but there's just,
Hmm.
like genuinely a lot of things got moved forward. We get the introduction of other people with cores outside of the academy. We get the official look at Alien Girl. We get the reasoning behind like Tokyo not feeling well. She's pregnant. I would guess sex ed is probably not taught at this place, so they figured it out, but don't really realize since they don't. What I remember, they don't really know much about babies, so I think that like
No,
they
babies are
probably
just squids.
yeah, and like they only recently learned about that, so I think that they probably don't realize that like a person can get pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where this goes. I think I've got a
Shit.
good inkling on some of it.
I would say you do.
Mhm.
Because Yeah, this is when shit starts really going down for this series.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, again, I'm excited to see where it takes us. But with that, we're gonna call this one. Tune in next time. Bye bye.
Bye now.